All right. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, people? Happy Friday to you guys. We are live. We are live. We are live. And over time, man, I'm going to get me like a sound effect button so that this show can be a lot more entertaining. I know I'm here to educate you guys and I'm here to obviously give value, but there has to be some sort of I guess entertainment satire added to this show, but that'll be on its way, trust me on that. But again, happy Friday. Before we start, man, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Comment down below, just show any type of support you guys might want to show. Anything is appreciated. I really appreciate you guys. Just overall sticking with me, rocking with me. And just overall, just tuning in and staying for that hot fire, man. Because we got a lot of stuff coming to you guys, a lot of content coming. We just getting started, so I'm excited to see where this thing is gonna go. So just stay with me, man, along for the ride, and you will not be disappointed. I promise you guys. But today, man, we got a big show today, jam-packed show covering a variety of topics. Today, we're going to be talking about just different headlines in the fitness world or just health industry, covering that. We're going to be talking about what else, man? Just reacting to different fitness videos that's out there, any crazy, trendy things that have teachable moments. Again, we're not just watching things to watch things. Yes, it's entertaining. Yes, we want to laugh and have fun, but everything is meant for educational purposes only. That is kind of the foundation of this show. So we'll be covering that. And then the main event today, man, we're talking about how Americans, mainly men, American men, have gotten lazier and weaker over time. So we'll be breaking that down as well. So trying to get done in about an hour or so. That's kind of the show cutoff point. So want to give it to you guys short, give it to you guys sweet, and also raw and uncut, man. So that's it. But without further ado, man, welcome to the Winner's Diet Podcast, or Winner's Diet Show. Rather, I don't like calling it a podcast. I'd rather call it a show. It's just easier that way. But welcome to the Winner's Diet Show. Giving it to you live and direct, you guys. Again, before we get into it, man, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, push us up the algorithm, man. We're trying to get noticed. We're trying to get this message out there as best as we can. So you guys, please do me a favor and just show some love. All right. All right, you guys. Well, without further ado, man, I guess we can get into the first segment of this show. One second here. All right, so let's get into the first segment of today's show, which is the Fit Report. All right, here we go. So the first one, in a few years, having a fit body might be rarer than owning a Rolex. Not because it costs money, because it costs discipline. We live in a world where fast food is cheaper than real food. Dopamine is always one scroll away. Comfort is sold as self-care. And most people would rather watch others grind than do it themselves. The result? Obesity up, energy down, excuses everywhere. Being in shape is starting to look like a superpower. A Rolex shows you've made money. Your body shows you've made choices. Which would you rather own? Man, that's powerful. That's very powerful. Um, and I 100% agree that in a few years, I would say the next, with the way we're going, as far as our obesity rate, in the next 10 to maybe 20 years, having a fit body will be more rare than owning a Rolex. I completely agree with that. The way we're going right now in society, the things that we're pushing, the propaganda that's being pushed is the reason why we're headed in this direction. You see, y'all, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there was no agenda like this being pushed. There was no body positivity movement. There was no love your curves movement. This was all just propaganda for big pharma and, man, I don't want to say the other person, but I'll just say big pharma and other companies to keep you guys sick and to keep you guys reliant on medication and things like that, right? The body positivity movement was branded so that they can keep you guys sick and they can create industries to make money. It's all about capitalism, right? Everyone's out here to make a quick dollar. It's just how it is. And that's how it's always been and going to continue to be going forward. So there's not a lot we can do about it. The only thing you can do to combat this is just to be in shape, man, and really just never lose your discipline. Always do the opposite of what the masses are doing. That's the only way to stand out going forward. That's the only way to stand out than the average person. So completely agree with that, man. All right. Let's go with the next article here in the Fit Report. Let's see what we got here. Oh God. Okay. So this one, it says married men are 3 times more likely to be obese than single men, study shows. Wow. A new study has found that marriage might significantly increase the risk of obesity in men. According to the research, married men are 3 times more likely to become obese compared to men who aren't married. Shocker. Their chances of being overweight are also 62% higher than those of unmarried men. Women aren't completely in the clear either. The studies show that married women have a 39% higher risk of being overweight than women who aren't married. However, the researchers pointed out that women have often faced more social pressure and stigma when it comes to their weight. Dr. Alicia, I can't even say that name, explained that women are generally less accepting of living with obesity and are more motivated to lose weight. Definitely agree with that. Yeah, man. It definitely shows that I definitely agree with the part that women want to lose the weight more than, just in general, women want to lose weight more than men do. Um, you know, women have tend to, rely more or put more emphasis on looks rather than how men do. Men is just like, all right, I'll be fat, but as long as I got a bag, then it doesn't matter. When in reality, it's like, okay, that could be true, but we've seen time and time again, guys get the bag because, guys get the bag, but then their health suffers on the back end and now they can't enjoy the bag no more. So in reality, if you can find ways to have both, obviously that's ideal, but most times, more than not, it's either one way or the other. Some guys prioritize fitness more than getting money. Other guys prioritize getting money, rather than getting in shape. So, it's very hard to have both. But it's not impossible. It's not possible, So it just requires the same level of discipline that it takes to make money. It's the same level of discipline that it takes to lose weight and get in shape, and vice versa. So I definitely think that you can have both. But going back to this article, um, Definitely agree. How many married people do you see out here, you know, out of shape, fat, sloppy looking, married men mostly, at that. It's a big thing. It's a big thing in this country. And it's pretty common, right? Especially you guys get married, you guys have kids, priorities change. You may not have the time to work out, even though I think that's bullshit. Everybody has an hour at least out of their day to dedicate to themselves, you know. Um excuse me, but yeah, I've trained married couples trying to get in shape. If you guys don't know, I've been a personal trainer or a fitness professional rather for the last decade. I've worked with different brands such as the Four Seasons Hotel. I've partnered with the West Hollywood Edition. I've been able to train celebrities and you know music industry artists in LA and Hollywood. You know, so I've been around a little bit. I've been able to do some things, but um, every time that I do train married couples, the same answer is always the same, right? It's always we don't have time. We're both working, and my answer is always y'all are full of shit, and I say straight up just like that. Of course, in a joking way, because you can't just say that, but I let them know it's like, man, that excuse isn't gonna fly with me, man. You know, I understand, man. Like getting into a relationship is fun. It's exciting. You guys are both happy. It's comfortable. We're out buying matching PJs. But the problem with that is if you don't check it early, a lot of you guys get too comfortable as far as you're not maintaining the same habits that it took to get that person. So you might have gotten that girl when you were, when you had a six pack, when you were in shape, when you can run 2-3 miles without stopping. But now you got her, your habits slipped, you started eating out more, you know, you stopped running, you stopped having the same gym schedule, and now you done blown up like the Goodyear blimp. And it's your fault because complacency, complacency and comfort leads to you getting fat because usually the consistent habits that you once had slowly over time they fade away, and then that leads to you, like I just said, not having the same routine. Your routine suffers. So now your body suffers. And then the next thing you know, damn, I didn't gain 20 pounds. Damn, I didn't gain 30 pounds. Damn, these clothes don't fit no more. You know, your kids start laughing at you. It happens over and over again. And again, I've trained these people and they've told me these stories. It happens all the time, man. So you have to make sure, even in a relationship, you guys continue to have the same habits. This is not relationship advice. I'm not Tony Gaskins. I'm not giving you love advice. This is not what this channel is for. But when it comes to fitness, yes, this is something I can definitely speak on because I have experience with shit myself. When I was in a relationship, man, I mean, I'm not saying that I slipped, but definitely I got comfortable and I wasn't as sharp when it came to my fitness program as I used to be, you know. So I can speak on this from experience and from training, you know, I mean, at this point it's probably hundreds of married couples from 2014 to now. So, it happens, man. The best thing you guys can do, stick with your program and don't fall off to the best of your ability, you know? All right. Next up in the fit report, excuse me. Let's keep this going. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Please like the video. Like the video, like the video, like the video. All right, here we go. And before I get into this, man. if you know me, you guys know that I have a big, I don't want to say a beef, no pun intended, with vegans. Um, but I definitely have questions with vegan logic because a lot of times it doesn't make any sense to me. And we'll dive into that right now, right? So let's just go ahead. Right here, it's not really an article, but more so a meme that someone shared. I want you guys to take a look at this. This is what it says. It says vegan chicken wing that has a wooden stick to replicate the bone. Um, Again, I want you guys to take a look at this, right? Before we even get into anything, the commentary part, I want you guys to take a good look at this picture. Some of you guys are vegan, so some of you guys may defend this photo, which is fine. I have no problem with. I got vegan friends. Shout out to y'all. But here's my thing. Wasn't the whole purpose to not eat meat, right? Isn't the whole purpose of becoming a vegan to not eat meat? So why are you making me eat something that looks like meat? If you're so against butchering animals, as you guys claim to say, why are you making me eat something that looks like a butchered animal? The vegan logic, it never fails to amaze me. These people are insane sometimes. The way they think, the way they do certain things, the logic, it just is beyond me. And again, I got vegan friends. Shout out to y'all. I'm not hating on y'all. No beef over here, no pun intended. But sometimes we gotta kind of just ask certain questions here because a lot of this stuff doesn't make any sense to me. The way you guys think. Vegan chicken wings, vegan meatloaf, vegan burger. Why is it named the thing that you don't want us to eat? I don't know, man. Again, I've had several questions for the vegan community, and a lot of times it's a lot of times it just ends in name calling and you're this and you're that and you know we're healthier, but I know a lot of fat vegans. I know more fat vegans than thin and in shape vegans. So how is that even possible? So you switched from eating meat to becoming vegan so you can become healthier. But all you did was just eat carbs. All you did was just eat carbs. And now your body fat's high and now you look fat. So I what's the end goal here? Blood pressure still high. Okay, no dairy. Okay, cool. Your cholesterol might be a little bit lower. Congratulations. Body fat still up, blood pressure still high, inflammation still high. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. I just I just want to know, like I just want certain questions to be answered. That's it. You got to ask questions with these people because if not, they'll lead you down a route that you don't want to be in. But again, shout out to the vegans. You know, I guess shout out to y'all. No issues. I don't want no smoke with y'all. I don't want no smoke with no vegans, man. Look, man, I'm just asking some questions. You guys can answer if you want. Anyway, man, it's man, vegans, man. It's a crazy game in over here. But anyway, moving on. Last article for the Fit Report. Here we go. Here, where is it? Okay. So some of you guys love the vape, and vaping has become a big industry in the last, I would say, 5 years. I mean, vaping has been around for a long time, but I think it really got big over the last 5 years. So let's just see the vaping industry and what's going on here. So it says e-cigarette and vaping market to reach USD 181 billion point or 181.98 billion by 2030. Wow. So the e-cigarette and vaping market is expected to grow from 29.15 billion in 2023 to 181.98 billion by 2030. Such growth is due to the rising trend of moving towards non-smokeless and less harmful alternatives to traditional cigarettes. In recent years, with an increasing number of people becoming more health conscious, the usage of e-cigarettes and vaping devices has grown, often as a result of greater recognition of the damages inflicted by tobacco combustion, the development of new technologies, and the rising popularity of new combustible smoking products. So, yeah, man, the vaping industry is becoming big. I've never seen so many people smoke vapes in the last, I would say, 2-3 years. There was a point in like 2015, 2016 where vaping was like, you would see it here and there, and the containers were super big, right? It would be as big as like, an iPhone, and people would like blow out of it and it would be crazy. But now they've definitely adjusted it to really smaller compartments now that you can get away with like smoking anywhere, really. But I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this, and I know vaping, all the vapors, this isn't gonna be popular with all the vapors out there. But if you're still smoking vapes in 2025, you have low IQ. I don't know what else to say. I have yet to meet a person with somewhat decent intelligence that smokes vapes. Now, am I saying that everybody that smokes vapes is not intelligent or has low IQ? No, but I have yet to meet one. Seriously, like every person that I know that smokes vapes is a fucking moron. And I'm not trying to, saying you're a bad person, but they're not the brightest people. Because if you think that cigarettes are bad for you, but vaping isn't, you have low IQ. You have low IQ. And what's worse is now I'm seeing these young kids, 19, 20, 21 years old, smoke vapes like it's candy. Just blowing it like it's candy. Young girls, young men blowing vapes like it's nothing. It's insane, man. You still get the same negative effects that cigarettes do. You have the tobacco that can cause addiction. You have the cardiovascular element. You have the lung issue. So just because you switch from cigarettes to vaping doesn't mean that it's better for you, especially if you're doing it every day. These folks are addicted to vaping. They can't go anywhere without bringing that damn pen with them. I've seen it. These motherfuckers will bring that shit to the bathroom, to church, to school, to work, just sucking on it like it's a lollipop because they're addicted. And have you noticed that people that smoke vapes, they look older than they really are? Like I swear that thing really ages you about 3 to 5 years, man. Like I've met people that are in their early 20s tell me how old they are. Oh, I'm 19, I'm 20, I'm 21. And they look like they're damn near going on 30. 20 going on 30, damn near. It's insane. You're 20 going on 30. It's crazy, man. But they'll sit here and say, "Oh man, ain't nothing wrong with vaping. It just gives me because I'll ask them. I'm like, what does it really do for you? Oh man, it just it gives me a little buzz. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Vaping to me is the dumbest thing you can do. The dumbest thing you can do. But hey, man, live your life. You know, you can forget about being in shape when you're vaping every day, because your lungs gonna take a hit. So you can't run no mile, run for 5 minutes straight. Ask somebody that right now. Ask somebody right now that runs. Ask somebody right now that smokes vapes. Just run for like 5 minutes straight. They can't do it. They won't be able to. They won't be able to. How can you? When that thing clogs up your lungs. So if you're trying to get in shape and you smoke vapes, dog, like, I have nothing for you. That's the first thing you need to do is put that shit down. Put that shit down and never pick it back up again. It's a disgusting habit, just like cigarettes. I cannot stand the smell of vaping and cigarettes. That is the most disgusting smell to me. Anyway, that's my rant for that day, for that segment. But yeah, man. These kids, bro. These kids look older, man, than they really do. They really look older. They really look older. 20-year-olds looking like 30-year-olds. Even the adults are the 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds. They're smoking the vapes. They look older. Their skin looks bad. It's just a bad habit, man. It's not a habit that you want to pick up. I promise you do not want to pick that habit up. Do not smoke vapes at all, please. All right, man. Let's transition over to our next segment. What the fitness? Some of these are going to play into today's topic. The first one here. This is another follow-up to today's topic, right? We have a woman here, a big back porker, a big back porker telling us what she eats in a day. And this is why I tell you guys, right? This is why I say these people, the propaganda, this type of stuff is being pushed in the algorithm. Because fitness, or not fitness, but food reviews and people telling you what they eat in a day, that is a huge, that's huge type of content. That stuff is pushed heavily, and for good reason. But anyway, let's check out what this woman here eats in a day as a fatty.
Another what I eat in a day is a fatty. With a fatty.
With a fatty. Okay.
This is beautiful. We got
all carbs.
Chocolate chip banana pancakes, taters, Christmas tree cake. For lunch, we got McDonald's large fry.
Not one piece of protein or piece of vegetable so far. But let's continue.
And a root beer. We got a salmon.
Okay, here we go.
She's healthy. There's protein.
Okay. But she's sucking it down with the root beer. Okay, never mind. Just cancel all that.
Just hits different. We got some chia. We got chicken tendies and taters and asparagus. Okay, another what I eat.
Okay, that's enough of that, man. So this is what she eats in a day. And that got a lot of likes, you guys. I mean, again, that type of stuff is pushed in the algorithm. That's the first thing that came up really when I typed in this type of content. So again, when I told you guys that when we talk about body positivity and big pharma being involved and other companies being involved, you can put social media into that mix because they push this plus size food review content to the top of the list because they want other people to follow. Oh, this gets us likes, this gets us attention. Okay, let me follow suit. So now there's no incentive for them to lose weight or get in shape or get healthier. It's all and then they pay you for it, right? So if your video blows up, you get paid for it. You get notoriety, you get attention. So now this causes a domino effect for more people to come in and follow the same trend. This is how they keep you fat. This is how they keep you in that cycle. And this is how they keep you sick. Can go difficulties. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, you guys. A little blackout. But this is how they keep you in that cycle to keep you guys sick so they can continue to profit off you. They want you sick so they can keep making money off you. It's very simple. It's a very simple business model. They've been doing it for years. They'll sell you the antidepressants, the fat loss, the weight loss pills, the high blood sugar pills, all that stuff just to keep you guys coming back for more with no intentions to heal you. That's not what the business model is for. It's a sick game, man. It's a very sick game. But let's go on. Let's move on to what the fitness. What we got here? Some positive news. All right. We have a guy here talking about losing face fat. Okay. Here we go. Let me turn the music off. Yeah. So look, big back, little back. It's very simple. It's very simple, you guys. You guys got to make sure that, and this is the first thing that you're going to notice when you start to lose weight, right? Let me get up out of there. So when you first start to lose weight, the first thing you're going to notice is your face is going to start to slim down, right? You may not see results first in your body, right? Especially for your goal. If your goal is to get a bigger chest, a flatter stomach, toned arms, you might not see it first. The first thing you're going to see, is your energy level rise up, right? And then two, the next result you're going to see is your face is going to start to slim down and get more slimmer. So all the inflammation that's in your face from you being fat and obese and overweight or whatever it is that you guys are at that moment is going to start to slim down, right? That body fat is going to start to trim. And now you're going to start to see, different results. So that's when you got to turn it up and start, continuing that cycle. Don't keep your foot on that gas. Don't let it off. Because this is how a lot of you guys get stuck. This is how a lot of you guys fuck up. A lot of you guys will start to see results, right? Just little results, not even like drastic changes. You guys might see your face start to slim down, the inflammation around you and around your face go down, your stomach get a little bit flatter, you notice your pants feel a little bit looser, and then you guys start getting relaxed. And then you go to Chick-fil-A. You get the nuggets, the chicken sandwich with the milkshake, right? Because you're seeing results. Now your diet starts to get a little bit more comfortable. You're not as strict anymore. And then this is how people get pushed back 7, 8, 9, 10 steps behind. Because they jumped the gun too soon. No, when you start to see results, you have to dial down harder. You have to be even more disciplined. Because that's going to be a test to see how really disciplined you are. You got to keep going. Don't stop just because you start to see little minor results. That's not even comparable to what you're going to see, 8, 12, 24, 36 weeks down the line. If you continue to be on the same routine that you've been on to lose that, to see those results. If you keep your foot on the gas, you're going to see way more results than you would have in the first couple weeks. But most people won't get there because they're okay with just seeing little minor, results, minor changes. That's the first stage, man. You have a whole nother level to achieve that you don't even know is out there. But you got to stay disciplined. You got to stay focused. If you don't, well, you're going to get set back 5 to 10 steps behind. So anyway, let's keep this going, man. We got a great show. You guys hit the like button, please. If you're in the chat, comment something, show some love. We're really getting there. All right. Here's another video of a woman. This woman is a woman that, I don't know, I guess she's from South Africa or London or something like that. So she's eating at a TGI Fridays, but she says that the ribs had no meat on it, so she wants to send it back or she's not going to pay for it. But the funny thing is, she keeps eating it. Let's check this out. Let's check out this big bag debauchery going on. All right, here we go.
Is this a kid's meal or what? Did I order the wrong thing? I just need a member of staff, to be honest. I'm about to eat this entire meal for free.
So she's mad about the portion size, but she keeps eating it, right? She says, I want to send it back because it's too small and she doesn't want to pay for it, but yet she keeps eating the meal. So if you don't like the meal, stop eating it. Why do you continue to eat the meal?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
She's still eating the meal.
Is this meant for a human being? Yeah. Look at the size of the rib. Is this a joke? £25. Really sorry. Is this a joke?
Is this a joke?
You gave me the scrap from the kitchen or what? Hold on, guys.
Still sucking that fat ass thumb.
They'll say they're calling the police for me. Hold on. Yeah? What was
Was it correct that you said you weren't going to pay for the meal?
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, we will have to...
You're going to pay for the meal because you keep eating the meal.
In fact, I want you to call the police right now so they can see the type of meals you're serving a human being. Are you sure these are not human beings? Look at the size of the bone.
We're pretty sure.
Look at the size of the meal. Call the police. Stop wasting my time.
Well, she keeps eating the meal.
What's this? Is that?
They gave her the bill.
Me. I don't take it to your manager. Take it to your manager. That one who told me that you guys get your produce from Aldi and you sell it for extended prices. Take it to her. Take it to her. So yeah, guys, as I was saying, hold on. There's another one approaching. He's approaching me now.
Yeah, is there a problem with the bills?
There's a problem. There's a massive problem, actually. I don't think the problem is money. I have many different cards. I can tap. I can
Nobody
swipe,
cares.
anything. The problem is with the food that you serve me. It's not edible. It's not for human beings. I'm a human being, as you can see, actually. I want you to go and eat the food yourself. See if it's tasty. I was only eating the food because I didn't want to offend the chef. I'm a really nice girl. Honestly, I can't pay this bill. Take it.
Unfortunately, you are going to have to pay, I'm afraid.
Otherwise, please don't encourage me to get violent. Let me show you how beautifully I can walk out of here.
So she's leaving. She stuffed her face.
Are you mad? Who are you threatening?
You guys, I think I talked about this last time, right? I talked about how eating at certain places just isn't the best for you because of dealing with things like this. And I wouldn't even describe TGI Fridays as a low quality restaurant. I mean, we used to eat there a lot back in the day, man. They actually had some great food. They had some great burgers back there. Um, but obviously with the emergence, there's a lot more stuff around now. So a lot of those restaurants can't really compete. But I mean, this is why I tell you guys, man, you want to start surrounding yourself. This is part of the winner's diet, surrounding yourself around certain environments, going to better quality restaurants. You know, Tokaya, that's a great spot. That's like an upscale Chipotle, right? Fair prices. This it's probably the same prices as TGI Fridays. Great food, organic, healthier. You know, Kava, healthier. You know, places like that, man, where you're not gonna have this type of behavior. She's talking about how the food portion isn't the size for a human being. No, the food portion is the size for a regular person. You are not the regular size of a human being, which is why you're mad. And this is the result of people getting bigger over time. They're calling out Chipotle, they're calling out TGI Fridays because the portion sizes are too small. No, they are where they need to be because y'all have gotten too goddamn fat. You gotten too goddamn fat. So the portion sizes need to be where they need to be. They are where they are. In fact, they probably should be smaller. They should be smaller, actually, to combat this big back obesity debauchery that you guys have been turning into the last 10 years. It's ridiculous, man. The entitlement, she don't want to pay, still stuff in her face. It's insane. This is why I tell you, man, food does something to your spirit, does something to your attitude. You know, this is why I encourage you guys to stop putting junk in your body, because food does play a big role on your mental health, on your energy, on your spirit, the way you behave, your awareness. You're way more sharp when you're putting good quality food in your body as opposed to BS constantly. You don't see fit people acting a damn fool in restaurants, at least not all the time. Because they know they don't have time for this stuff, man. People that are aware and take care of themselves don't have time for the fuckery. They don't. They don't cause big scenes. They just don't, man. Because the time and discipline it took to creating a healthy body, that builds up great habits, great character. Now, I'm not saying everybody that's in shape has great character. I'm not saying that. But I think that people that have built up a healthy body, man, they understand what it means to have delayed gratification and work hard. And, you know, these are all good qualities of character. Most people that act a damn fool, they don't show any of those things. They show the opposite, actually. So I tell you guys all the time, man, make sure you guys are constantly just, you know, putting yourselves in great environments that don't display this type of debauchery behavior, man. It's crazy. Anyway, man, let's get to the main event. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We're about 45 minutes in. This episode is fire so far. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody watching, tuning in. But the main event, man, we're talking today about how Americans, mainly American men, have gotten weaker and lazier over time. Now, this isn't something that happened yesterday. This has been something that has been built over time. You know, we've adapted to become lazier with the rise of technology, and just easier access, social media, the iPhone, Apple, all these different, things that have just made life a lot smoother, easier for us to do. And I'm grateful for it. I wouldn't, life would be a lot harder if we didn't have these things. So I'm not here knocking it. But my main gripe with this thing is that we've let these things basically make us weaker over time, because we've been too reliant on, technology to just live our life for us. We lost the drive, right? And I guess the culture of just doing things the simple way, like taking the stairs. Do you guys know how many times I will be, in a place on an escalator, excuse me, and people will, either they're going up or they're going down, and they will wait until the last step to hop off and start walking. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, they will literally just let that escalator just take them all the way up or all the way down, and then last moment they just hop off and walk. That's laziness, man. I get it. Some is good for you. We've lost the ability to do hard shit, at least on a consistent basis. It's just where life is headed, man. And now you got AI coming. That's gonna make things even easier, right? Yes, that's gonna be great for a majority of us, but for a lot of us that are used to doing hard stuff every now and then, it may not be the best. At least not for society as a whole. Things will be easier to access, but we're gonna suffer. We're gonna get the short end of the stick on the back end. Remember, I told you guys, man, upfront pleasure leads to back end pain, almost always. This is an example. It's an example. So we're not just battling, a battle of fat gain or low testosterone. We're battling a culture of comfort. This is what's happening. We're battling a culture of comfort. This is what's being pushed right now. The world is trying to make things easier, more comfortable, more shortcuts. And that leads to more excuse making, which is what the winner's diet is not about or against. We're the complete opposite. No, we want the hard shit, right? That's going to make us better over time. We want to be uncomfortable because we know that eventually we're going to be comfortable. But then we got to find another way to be uncomfortable again. We have to find a new, way to challenge ourselves. So anyway, just going forward, man, here's the rise of laziness. What's happening in society. Americans are walking less, they're moving less, as you guys see. We're working, how do I say this, softer, right? More tech jobs. People are working from home since the pandemic, so you have a lot of hybrid stuff. People are more comfortable working in their house 3-4 days out the week. So that's making us lazier. You're going to be eating more. You're going to be staying up later because you don't have to clock into your job the next day, right? So people are drinking more. People are going out more, eating late, so all the bad things. What made the 5-day work week going into the office good is that it kept people in line, right? It kept people at home so that they knew they couldn't go out on a Wednesday night. At least the majority of people, they can't go out on a Wednesday night because they know they got to be in the office at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or earlier, right? So they were in bed at a certain time. We were a lot, and this was obviously pre-COVID, and it's been that way for a long time until recently. But now that we're working remote, we're working hybrid, guys, or just people in general, have become more comfortable with working at the house, and now they're eating more, things of that nature. And now, obviously, you see the end result, of how much weight did you guys gain during COVID when you guys were working from home? You're seeing that now. Most people didn't lose that weight. That weight stayed on, and it only got worse over time, right? Daily steps have plummeted. We talked about that, how we're walking less, right? Screens, we're on our phones a lot more, on our laptops a lot more. So we're not really outside enjoying nature. We're not really interacting with anybody anymore, at least not as much as we used to. These kids now are socially awkward, man. A lot of these kids don't even look you in the eye no more because they're glued to their phone. And that's all they were doing during the pandemic, on their phone. And now that you work remote, that's all you are, on your phone, on your laptop. We've lost the connection of just being outside and meeting people. How many times do you see kids playing outside anymore? I haven't seen it. Not in a long time. Basketball courts are empty. Playgrounds are empty. This is the result of where we are. Food delivery. That's another big one. Check your DoorDash account. How many times have you DoorDashed this month? How much money have you spent on DoorDash? When you could have taken that same money and cooked at home, or just ate out less and saved that money for other stuff. But it's convenient. It's easy. It's easier. It might be a little bit more expensive, but a lot of you guys will pay for convenience, which is what I encourage at times, but not when it comes to the detriment of your health and your bank account. Because a lot of you guys are spending too much on these food deliveries, Uber Eats, DoorDash. What's the other one? I don't know. It's too much. So on top of that, not only are you spending so much money, but man, how much weight have you gained from eating DoorDash and all these food delivering services? How much weight have you gained? It's insane. Y'all know the average American, we walk about 3,000 to 4,000 steps daily. That's the average American. In the 1970s, it was closer to 10,000 steps a day. Easily. That is a dramatic drop off. But what can we attribute that to? The rise of social media, post-COVID, AI. Everything is easier. We're not telling you guys to not use AI or use things that make your life easier again, but there has to be definitely a priority for your health, because a lot of these things are killing your health. It's killing your health slowly, and you don't even realize it. Number 2 is the food. Again, comfort culture, right? Today's food is ultra processed, bro. If you look at the people back in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, I'm not saying there were no fat people back then, but just the stats of people back then when it comes to obesity rate, the obesity rate was nowhere near where it is today. We have about 60% of Americans are overweight. 60%. Another 33% are more morbidly obese. Let me say that again. Today's average American is 60% overweight. Another 33% is obese, morbidly obese. This is a problem. We've gotten lazier. We've gotten weaker. We can blame the food. We can blame COVID. We can blame anybody, but a lot of times, man, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. You control this. You control how you look. You control everything you put in your body. You control how many calories you eat. You control what time you wake up. You control when you can exercise. Nobody has that control but you. So yes, am I saying that the food and the tech apps are not designated to slowly destroy us if we let it? Yes, it plays a part. But you have the authority to not let that happen. It's not forcing you to be fat. No one's forcing you to go order DoorDash every day. We're not forcing you to go Uber Eats. No one's forcing you to do anything. This is a you thing that you got to get in control. You need to get this shit in control ASAP, because it's killing you guys slowly. Right? A lot of your phone is training you to be lazy. You guys are doing more scrolling than sweating. You will be on. This is the funny part. You guys will tell me that, oh, I don't have time to work out. Check your screen time. What's your screen time say? Y'all be on Instagram 5 hours a day, but you don't have 1 hour or 45 minutes a day to dedicate to working out. Nah, you see when you pull out the receipts, what are you gonna say? Where are the excuses now? Come on, you guys. So again, we've covered things, right? Everything that has made us weak over time. Again, the AI tools, the tech apps, right? The processed food. But obviously, we got to go over solutions, man. We got to go over solutions. The basic solution is this, man. When you guys let these things kill you slowly, not only are you getting out of shape, but you're killing your edge, which is what we want to maintain and preserve, which is the whole message of this podcast or the show, right? Showing you guys how to stay in shape, which is going to lead to you reclaiming your edge. What do I mean by your edge? Everything that helped you become sharp and in shape in the first place, right? Having a good routine, committing to your gym days, eating more at home, little things like taking the stairs, not relying on the elevator or the escalator. Just little things like that, man. Keeping your body fat at a certain percentage, 15% or lower. This is what I mean by reclaiming your edge, keeping your edge. Why? Most people are not that. Most people don't do that. You want to have an edge over people. You want to have an edge over people to put yourself in the best position to win. Whether that's life, whether that's in business, relationships, whatever, man. Whatever it is that success means to you or winning means to you. That's the winner's diet. If it's about money, it's about money. Okay. I want to make more money. If it's about getting in shape, it's about getting in shape. It's about, expanding relationships romantically and business wise and just friendships, then that's what it means to you. But you got to have an edge over people, man. You want to have an advantage. Leverage is the name of the game. You got to have leverage out here. You got to have leverage. You know? Because a lot of times people will come to me, whether I'm training them or whether they're on my program, and they'll be like, man, Mac, man, I just don't have the discipline or consistency to keep going and maintain this workout program or maintain my diet or just, overall just be consistent in what was made for me. And my response is always like this, man. My response is everybody's consistent. Everybody's disciplined. Some of us just be disciplined in the good stuff. Some of us are disciplined in the bad stuff. Me, I'm disciplined in I know that I need to work out. I need to eat right. I need to do my cardio. I need to focus on my business. And I need to really just lock in on what it is that I need to do to win and be successful. I'm disciplined in that area. Some of you guys are disciplined in staying out late, eating late, drinking a lot, overeating, consuming dumb shit online, watching dumbass podcasts. You're consistent in that. It may not be the best, but you're consistent. So the moral of the story is everybody is consistent. We just tend to be consistent in different areas, good or bad, but it's there. So the only thing we need to do is just transition that into the good part. And then that's when we start to be, in a good position to win. But you can't do that if you have a fixed mindset on losing. That's a loser mentality. I can't do this. I can't do that. That's a loser mentality, man. You can't think like that, man. You can't go into the game thinking you're going to lose. Don't show up. Don't even bother showing up. If you think you're going to lose already, man, just don't even show up to the arena, bro. Because you've already just X'd yourself out. You didn't even give yourself a chance to even try. It's pathetic. So, look, man, if you're tired of feeling soft and tired all the time and slow and not sharp, man, you have to start rejecting the easy shit. That's why a lot of you guys are not in the best shape or where you want to be in your health journey. You guys keep accepting the easy shit. That's the only way to get over this, to get out of this situation, man. Start doing shit that's uncomfortable. Yes, it's not fun eating the same thing every day. It's not fun. No, I wish I can go eat in and out every day. I wish I can go to, get me pizza. I like junk food, but I know I can't eat it. Why? Because I know my body has to be a certain way to operate at the highest level. If my body isn't operating at the highest level, I know I'm not going to put myself in the best position to be successful. So I have to remain disciplined. I have to continue to do monotonous, activities and routines. But eventually it's going to lead me to where I want to be. This is how you keep your edge. This is how you maintain your edge. And this is how you reclaim your edge if you lost it. Some of you guys lost your edge in your relationship. You got fat. You guys started eating, ice cream in bed and watching Love Island. Started gossiping. And that's cool. But slowly you're losing your edge, man. And I'm not saying don't hang out with your girl. I'm not saying that. but you can still be in shape and have a relationship. I don't think it's that hard to do both. I've done it. I know plenty of other people that have done it. The question is, do you want to do it? Because if you fixated your mind on, yes, I have a relationship, but I'm not going to get fat, then you're not going to get fat. If you do the things that it takes to not get fat, you're not going to get fat. Again, this is not relationship advice. This is fitness advice. You know, I've been there, done that, man. You guys can prioritize having fun in a relationship and still being in shape and still having your routine. Train many people with the same approach, with the same mindset that thought this way. We're going to eat healthy Monday through Friday. Saturday, we can have a cheat meal, not a day. That's where y'all fuck up at. Y'all see, the thing is, y'all confuse cheat days with cheat meals. No, a cheat day is one meal, not the whole freaking day. It's one meal, not breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, you have one cheat meal, and you shouldn't even go over 500 calories above your maintenance. But that's a whole different discussion. But anyway, man, again, I'm not going to give you guys problems without giving you solutions. I'm not going to discuss problems without giving you solutions. That's only going to leave you guys frustrated, angry, and depressed. This is what a lot of fitness influencers are selling you guys. They're selling you problems. How many of them are giving you solutions that are catered towards you, that are talking specifically to you? Not many. We bring receipts over here, man. I can pull up receipts all day. All day. We could be here forever. So going forward, man, you guys got to build intentional resistance, man. Just continue to do hard stuff. And it's going to shape you. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to change your mindset. But if you get comfortable, like I said, comfortability and complacency makes you fat. If you choose to be in that direction, then that's what it's going to be. And you're going to be stuck there and frustrated. So anyway, man, that is the conclusion. We are 108 in. Great show today. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below what you guys want to see next. We're going to be here all weekend. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the winners, man. Follow me on Instagram at Project Mac. You guys can see the banners here. Follow my personal page. And then also follow the Winners Diet TV page, which is right here. So make sure you guys are following that as well. We posting a lot of stuff on there, from clips of this live stream to fitness news, what's going on in the fitness industry, media, health world. So just keeping you guys up to date with that. And yeah, man, we got some things planned. So just keep supporting. We're going to be here for as long as you guys want me. And we're going to do it just like that, man. It's the Winners Diet TV. Appreciate y'all. We out.